Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Golden West College Main Stage Theater. It's been a home of mine for many years, for a lot of different shows that we put on over the years. Started back in the 80s when I had a program where I had stroke and heart attack patients that would come over in the mornings, and we put them on long-term therapy programs. And then one night one day we had one of my stroke patients go over to the weight room, and he got on a treadmill over there, and in those days you had to straddle treadmills when you started them. He didn't know that. He stood in the middle of it and shot him like a sack of potatoes off of that thing. So when I heard about it, I thought, well, you know what? I'd like to get a treadmill that would work stroke patients, that you could stand in the middle of it. And I found one, and you could turn it on, but I had absolutely no money to pay for it. So I got a hold of my friends here in the theater, and they told me that we could put a show on here to raise money to buy that machine. And so that's how this show got started. Over the years, as the show grew, at one time I actually rode a horse out here on stage and sang a song sitting on a horse. One year I fell off of the stage in the orchestra pit, which didn't feel too good, but everybody thought I did it on purpose, which was kind of funny. And I'd like to mention one person in the history of the show that is here tonight, and that's Judith Valles. I owe her special thanks because she was one of the original people that volunteered she actually sang a duet with her daughter in the show. She flamenco danced in the show. One night she actually co-emceed the show with me. So I'm honored that she went out of her way to come here to this show tonight. I need to thank a few people. I need to thank Dave Hudson and Lord Comedy for getting us the theater. Tonight, obviously, we're here to honor Noreen, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more later. But over the 4 decades of the show, I've had a few consistent people that have been dedicated partners to work with me. And that'd be Mark Craig, John Wordies, Noreen, Terry Otto, Sid Wolf, Dave Falzon, and of course Tom Kubis, whose band is going to come out here and play a little bit later on this evening. To each and every one of them, I thank them, and if there's anything that I can ever do to help them, then they just need to let me know. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles from your nice warm bed, just remember what your old pal said. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles, I got them too. There ain't anything I wouldn't do for you. We'll stick together and we'll see it through, yeah. You got a friend in me. Some folks might be a little bit smarter, big and stronger too, but none of them will ever love you the way that I do. Me and you, yeah. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You're gonna see it's my destiny. You got a friend in me. Everybody's talking at me. Don't hear a word they're saying. Only the echoes in my mind. People stop and staring. I can see their faces. Only the shadows in my eyes. Going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off the northeast wind, sailing on a summer breeze. Skipping over the ocean like a stone. Everybody's talking at me, don't hear a word they're saying, only the echoes in my mind. People stop and staring, I can't see their faces, only the shadows of their eyes. Going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off the northeast wind, sailing on a summer breeze. Skipping over the ocean like a stone. Everybody's talking at me. Oh, everybody's talking at me. A few years ago, I put these two songs together. They're about being a parent, basically, and having young kids, and also being an adult and growing old. So I kind of like putting them together, so here we go. Where are you going? My little one, where are you going? My babe, my own, turn around in your two, turn around in your four, turn around in your young one, heading out of the door. Where are you going? My little one, where are you going? My baby, my own, turn around and you're young, turn around and you're old, turn around and you've left me with no one to hold. Try and remember the kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try and remember when life was so tender that you were an ember about to billow. Try and remember, and if you remember, then follow. Where are you going, my little one, where are you going, my babe, my own, turn around in your soul, turn around and you're grown, turn around, now you're one with babes of your own. around and you're gone. Turn around, turn around and you're gone. So this song is a song that I've sang for quite a long time, and I'm going to tie it together with another song too, so we'll see how this goes. Well, way out here, they've got a name for rain and wind and fire. The rain is Tess, the fire Joe, and they call the wind Mariah. Mariah blows the stars around and sets the clouds a-flying. Mariah makes the mountains sound like folks were up there dying. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Before I knew Mariah's name, I heard her wailing, whining. I had a girl, and she had me, and the sun was always shining. And then one day I left my gal, I left her far behind me. And now I'm lost, so gone or lost, not even God can find me. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Away out here, they've got a name for rain and fire only. But when you're lost and all alone, well, there ain't no word for lonely. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Well, I'm a lost and lonely man without a star to guide me. Mariah, blow my girl to me. I need my gal beside me. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. We sailed on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me, around Nazareth town we did roam, drinking all night. We got into a fight aboard. I feel so broken, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. call for the captain ashore, or let me go home. I wanna go home. Yes, I wanna go home, oh yeah. I feel so broken, I wanna go home. The first mate, well, he got drunk. He broke into people's trunk. Constable, well, he came and took him away. Sheriff John Stone, why don't you let us go home? Well, we feel so broken, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Send for the captain ashore, or let me go home. I wanna go home. Yes, I wanna go home, oh Lord. I feel so broken, I wanna go home. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Send for the captain ashore, or let me go home. I wanna go home. Let me go home, oh yeah. I feel so broken, I wanna go home. I feel so broken, I wanna go home. As many of you here know, I'm a polio survivor. I had polio 6 months before they came out with the polio vaccine. I was 2 years old. For a year I was taken away from my family and I was in the hospital, and then when I finally got to go home, for a number of years I had to wear a leg brace. And if you've seen the movie Forrest Gump, you notice that he has leg braces on and he starts to run and those things shatter. A real leg brace would never have shattered. Superman couldn't have broken it. They were too big and heavy and strong. But at the end of my 3rd grade year, I finally got to come out of that leg brace. And so the first song that I ever sang in public was in 4th grade without a leg brace. And my son Garrett actually asked me to sing this song, and it's an old Ricky Nelson song. I'm a traveling man, made a lot of stops all over the world, and in every port I own the heart of at least one lovely girl. I've a pretty senorita waiting for me down in old Mexico. If you're ever in Alaska, stop and see my cute little Eskimo. Oh, my sweet Fraulein down in Berlin town makes my heart start to yearn. And my China doll down in old Hong Kong waits for my return. Pretty Polynesian baby over the sea, I remember the night when we walked in the sand of Waikiki, and I held you oh so tight. Oh, my sweet Fraulein down in Berlin town makes my heart start to yearn. And my China doll down in old Hong Kong waits for my return. Pretty Polynesian baby over the seas, I remember the night when we walked in the sands of Waikiki, and I held you oh so tight. Yes, I'm a traveling man. Oh, I'm a traveling man. When I first learned to play the guitar, and I'm no expert, but I'm okay. When I first learned to play the guitar, I was a freshman in high school, and there was a duo that inspired me to really want to learn to play. And some of you will know of them, and some of you won't, but it was the Smothers Brothers. And so I would like to play it for you tonight. Anne-Marie, she loved Pierre. It's written on cafe, sidewalk, everywhere. Jean-Pierre, he loved Marie. You'll find it in a heart they've carved upon a tree. Anne-Marie, she said one day, I love you very much, so let us run away. Jean-Pierre, he said, oui, oui, and shouted to his friends, I'm marrying Marie. Lucky Monsieur and Mademoiselle, happy are the lovers, may their love go well. They ran off and reached the park, but they were getting hungry, it was getting dark. They came home, but not too late, for Anne-Marie was 7, Jean-Pierre was 8. So, the next few songs that I'm going to sing are songs that I actually wrote myself. And this first one, I'll tell you a little story about this. I learned to snow ski and to water ski and to do a lot of things on one leg. But dancing is something that actually takes 2 legs. And in fact, one of the people in the audience tonight could attest to this story. When I walk, because I don't have any muscles in my one leg, I have to use my hand to act as muscles. And so I walk holding my leg down, and I was on this date once, and I wanted to hide the fact that I had to hold my leg down, so I put my hands in my pockets. And I was wearing blue jeans, and we were on a date at Disneyland. And we walked into the main square, I stepped off the curb, I fell down, and I was rolling around in the streets trying to pull my hands out of my pockets, and people were looking at me like I had a seizure or something. I'm surprised that the lady that was with me didn't run off, but she didn't. And so anyway, it's always been a difficult thing for me to try to do that and walk, and especially was going to be a problem if I was going to try and dance. So I've never been a dancer. But because I was a snow skier, I was up in Aspen one time with a friend of mine, and we went into a bar in the evening to have a few drinks, and they had a band playing. And this one girl kept coming over and asking me to dance. And I would tell her, no, I don't dance. And then she'd come over again, and she'd say, come on, come out and dance. You know, they were playing regular dance music, and I said, no, I don't dance. A little later, she comes the third time, I'd had a few more drinks, and she asked me, and I said, all right, I'll get up and I'll dance. So I get up, and what happens? They play a German polka. And that lady was swinging me around and flying off the walls and falling over tables. And so after that, I wrote this little song right here. I learned to play the guitar 'cause I can't dance. I learned to play the guitar 'cause I knew there wasn't a chance that I could learn to stand up tall, not end up taking a fall. I learned to play 'cause I can't dance. I learned to sing 'cause I don't play so well. I learned to sing 'cause I don't play the guitar so swell. I thought if I could carry a tune, the girls would gather round soon. I learned to sing 'cause I don't play so well. I really can't play the guitar, and I can't sing. No, I can't play the guitar, sing, swing, or do many things. But one thing I know I can do is spend my time with you. And hopefully it won't be important to dance. Hopefully it won't be important to dance. Over the years, I've been asked to write a number of wedding songs, and this one that I wrote a number of years ago is one of my favorite songs that I've written, and so I'd like to play it for you. From this day on, you'll be the one I live my life for. From this day on, you'll be the one that I live for. And from now on, instead of one, we'll be together to share forever the love we call our own. Yes, starting now, we'll show the world what we are made of. We're made of faith, we're made of hope, we're made of love. As we go down the path of life where we have chosen, we'll look for guidance from God our Lord above. There'll be some times that we will find our thoughts aren't together. No matter what, no matter when, our love's forever. From this day on, you'll be the one I live my life for. From this day on, you'll be the one that I live for. And from now on, instead of one, we'll be together to share forever the love we call our own. To share forever the love we call our own. In the 80s, I started working here in '74, but in the 80s I put on an event here at the college and invited disabled people. We were ahead of our time. We didn't get a huge turnout, but we had invited people that had different types of injuries. We had one of the groups that showed up was an amputee snow skiing group, and they're world renowned. They were the national champions in their events, and they had a big tournament every year in Aspen, Colorado. And so I met them at that event, and a good friend of mine who is here tonight, Leonard, they asked us if we would teach them how to water ski. And so we took them out to Lake Mead and had a really good time teaching them all how to water ski. We got every one of them up. It was interesting to look in the back of my boat and see all these prosthetic legs lined up in the back of the boat. You know. But they were all successful at doing it. And I had written this song, and I played it for them out there, and they actually asked me if I would come to the National Snow Skiing Championships in Aspen, Colorado, and sing it at their awards ceremony. I didn't do it because I'm a dedicated Golden West guy, and we had a football game that weekend, and I was working it, so I couldn't go. But this was the song that I wrote. We may be walking in a different way. We may be talking in a different way. But no matter what you think of me, I'm going to make you see that as a person, I am free. I like to wander and to move around. There's only one thing that can hold me down: my inabilities to open up my mind and leave inhibition behind. Please use your body to expand your mind. If you express yourself, then you will find that in this world today, your limits are so few. There's really nothing you can't do. So come and walk with me as I move along. I think that you may find your thoughts are wrong. Although I'm different, really no one is the same. It's all in how you play the game. We may be walking in a funny way. We may be talking in a different way. But no matter what you think of me, I'm going to make you see that as a person, I am free. Yes, as a person, I am free. So, I'm a ballader, a balladeer or whatever you want to call it. I play ballads. And I don't play a lot of upbeat type songs, but a friend of mine said to me one time, you need to put in some upbeat song. So I wrote this one, and hopefully it's a little bit upbeat, and we'll see how it goes. Hey, pretty girl over there, you the one with the golden blonde hair. I know if you were mine, we'd be happy all the time, saying, hey, pretty girl over there. When you're walking down the street, you're looking so fine. I look into your eyes, trying to find a loving sign, saying, hey, pretty girl over there, you the one with the golden blonde hair. I know if you were mine, we'd be happy all the time, saying, hey, but the sparkle in your eyes leaves the stars far behind. I'm saying, hey, pretty girl over there, you the one with the golden blonde hair. I know if you were mine, we'd be happy all the time. Saying, hey, pretty girl over there, hey, pretty girl over there, hey, pretty girl over there, over there, over there. This next song is going to come as a shock to one of the people in the audience tonight, because I told him I wasn't going to sing this song in the show tonight. One of my son's best friends, his name's AJ, had asked me if I would write a wedding song for him, and this was a couple years ago, and so I did and performed it at his wedding, and so I wanted to surprise him tonight, because the song is included in my performance. So here we go. Today's the start of life brand new. You're here for me, I'm here for you. From this day on, we're not one, we're two. It's the most important thing that we can do. We'll see the brightness of each day. We'll truly learn the things to say. But most of all, you need to know our love will shine through high and low. See the sun and feel the rain, hand in hand through joy and pain. My love, for you it is not wrong. There's no one else that makes me strong. Today, the day of life brand new. You're here for me, I'm here for you. As all look on, let it be known how much my love for you has grown. Yes, most of all, let it be known, I promise you will never be alone. I promise you will never be alone. One night I woke up, I don't know why this song was going through my mind, but I got up and I put it down. I put it down on paper, and I hope you enjoy it. My life seems so cold and empty dark and no direction to go. All of a sudden you showed up and lit up the room with your glow. I love to hold you in my arms, and I miss you when you're gone. But I'll always have the memories to carry on. You gave me no promises, I gave you none too. But the times we're together brings me closer to you. I love to hold you in my arms, and I miss you when you're gone. But I always have the memories to carry on. I know when I look at you, warmth touches my heart. Each time that I'm with you, it's like a brand new start. Oh, I love to hold you in my arms, and I miss you when I'm gone. But I always have the memories to carry on. I love to hold you in my arms, and I miss you when you're gone. But I always have the memories to carry on. So, about, 2009 or 10, I was asked if I would start a program and work with emancipated foster youth here at the college. And in case you don't know, emancipated foster youth at age 18 basically are cut off from everything and released into the public with nothing. And only 1% to 2% of them have ever graduated, nationwide, ever graduate from college. So we were asked to work with them, and I got a couple people to volunteer to get involved with it. And when we said yes, we ended up getting 3 students to come to start the program. By the time I left, I think we were up to probably around 50 a year that were coming to Golden West, and we were getting success with them graduating and moving on. The issue becomes that when you're working with these kids, you hear their stories. And I'll just give you one quick story about a girl that was living in foster care, or I'm sorry, when she was still young, was living in foster care. And we decided we were going to put a Christmas party on at the college for them. Now, we had no money, mind you. They asked us to work with the students, but there was no money involved with it, so we had to put things together if we wanted to do something for them on our own. And so we decided we'd have a Christmas party, and when we told this one girl that we were going to have a Christmas party, she said, "What? I get to go to a Christmas party? The foster home I lived in, I always had to stay in my room when there was a party at the house because I wasn't officially part of the family." And we would hear story after story of those kinds of things. Now, the song I'm about to sing, I wrote for them. And they would tell me after I would play this song, "How can you relate to us?" And I can tell you this, that when I had polio at age 2 and I was taken away from my family for a year, because it was, at that time there was no vaccine. And so I was isolated from my family for a long time. And so that's where I learned to relate to the feelings that foster youth have. So this is a song that I wrote for them. Don't know where I'm going, only know where I've been, and I don't want to return there ever again. Left scared and lonely when my parents went away. Put in a strange place, there was nothing I could say. Not understanding what I did that was so wrong. The crying that I did became my song. Don't know where I'm going, only know where I've been, and I don't want to return there ever again. I've turned to you to be my story that I tell. I need your help up from this place that I have fell. What happened hurts so much, it cuts just like a knife. Yes, left behind by those that gave me life. Don't know where I'm going, only know where I've been, and I don't want to return there ever again. So here I am with you, my life is in your hands. I'm not a faceless, unknown grain of falling sand. I know that in my life, there one thing is a must. I really need to grow and learn to trust. Don't know where I'm going, only know where I've been, and I don't want to return there ever again. No, no, I don't want to return there ever again. Before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about Noreen. Noreen's a lady that will volunteer for anyone in need on this campus. She's worked in athletics, EHS, environmental health and safety, tech support, human resources, and in each of the departments, the staffs have always trusted and respected her in the spot where she has worked. She also is a lead handler for the Hope Animal Assisted Crisis Response Team, and that's an organization that provides comfort dogs and take them around and deal with comfort for people that are in time of crisis and in need. Tonight, we're all here to provide our support to Noreen in her time of crisis. This last number that I would like to perform for you is a song that I wrote for her to use to possibly help her as she goes through these trying times. When you feel broken, torn in two, there's only one thing that you should do. Look to the future and move along. Don't let your sorrow steer you wrong. Just place one foot in front of the other till the day is done. One foot in front of the other till once again you run. Try one foot in front of the other. Remember what I said. One foot in front of the other and slowly move ahead. Life can be happy, life can be cruel. There's many times we feel like a fool. But when you're empty, defeated and low, the thing to remember, the thing you should know is one foot in front of the other until the day is done. One foot in front of the other Whoa, one foot in front of the other until the day is done. One foot in front of the other till once again you run. Just once again you run. Ladies and gentlemen, Noreen, your sheet up here.
I just want to say, last year was a really tough year, and when I didn't know about this concert until I saw it on Facebook. And then it took me a couple of days before I could even reply, because every time I read it, I just kept crying and I couldn't die. So I really, really want to thank Chip and Tom for putting this on, my theater family for volunteering and putting their time in, and all of you for all the support and love, because without of you, I couldn't have survived the last few months with all the tough things that I've gone through. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support.
Yeah, Chip!